Nashville, Jim Behrenkamp. So Jim, why don't you tell us about this outdoor season and how it went and what your thoughts were about it?
Probably in our history the most exciting outdoor season, especially since I've been here. For the first time in program history, we were able to capture a conference championship both on the men's side and on the women's side. And I'll say for the most part, the women's was somewhat expected. The men's was something that I thought best day ever we could do, and it happened. It was really exciting. So to set things up, we talked the whole month prior to going into the conference championships about the men having a chance to win. We talked about how that would happen, and on day two, what we didn't know would happen happened. Wingate was disqualified in the men's 4x1, and from that point on we went to the 1500 where the men went 1, 2, 3, 4. We went to the 800 where we qualified 5 individuals for the final, and one thing just built upon another, and by the time we got to the men's 5K, we put the nail in the coffin. We had a conference champion in the 5K for the first time since I've been here, and after that the men broke the school record in the 4x4 by running 3:19, which is the fastest time we've ever run indoor or outdoor. In a really truly exciting competition, and I thought it was the culmination of a lot of hard work, and the last couple of years us working really hard on the recruiting trail. Baby, can you talk a little bit about some of the distance success that we had at the conference meet, especially on the men's side, and highlight some of the individuals?
I think in the mid-distance era, we just really killed it. I mean, again, like you mentioned, in the 1500, we swept it 1 through 4. In the 800, we were able to bring back 5 guys into the finals. And then even having those guys do the prelims, the finals of both the 15 and 8, and still have a few of them come back and do the 5K an hour or so after running the 800 was very exciting. And then having them place winning, coming in second, I think that was very exciting for us. I think that shows the strength that our mid-distance runners have. On the women's side, you know, we won the 5K and the 10K with Katie Bird. That was very exciting. Having Summer win the 800, that was very exciting. We're hoping to hopefully get more people in the 1500 next year on the women's side. But still very, very excited about what we did with the small group that we have. So we're really excited about the freshmen we'll bring in for next year.
So if I can segue a little bit away from that, and we're talking about some of the great distance success that we've had on the track in this past year, let's talk about some of the kids that we're bringing in this next year that are really going to help both in cross country and hopefully when we get to the track.
Okay, sure. So we have Hannah Wolkenhauer. She's coming in from Nebraska. We're really excited about her, especially from the fact that she's from Nebraska. We have no one from that area, so I think that's kind of very unique. We also have Lucy Knoll. She's from Maryland. Very excited to have her come in. She's run 11:06 in the 2 mile, which shows great depth, which is what we really need on the women's side with more 5K, 10K girls, so very excited about her. Another girl we have coming in is Reagan O'Hara. She's from Youngstown, Ohio. So she'll be another girl from Ohio that we've had. We got Carissa coming in last year, so I'm kind of excited to see that we're getting more people from that general area. Gives our team a little bit more diversity, a little bit more character in that sense. I also have Haley Phelps come in, also very exciting. She's from Rhode Island. I think she's a girl that will be very helpful. I think she might be someone that's kind of an underdog coming in. She's run 19:10 in the 5K, but coming from Rhode Island, knowing the type of weather, Maine, knowing the weather up there and the conditions and knowing what she's running, I'm very excited to have her have teammates around her, be surrounded and see how she progresses with that. And then we also have a transfer coming in from Western Kentucky, Louise Hill Sterling. And she's another 5K, 10K girl, so she's had that experience already with collegiate training. So I think it will be exciting to have an upperclassman come in with such a big freshman class coming in. And then on the men's side, we have Jose Rosa from Sanderson High School. Phenomenal. I don't even know where to start. He has also great depth. 5K, 10K guy, which is great for me. We need more 5K, 10K guy. We're very deep in the mid-distance area. He's run the high 15s as well as in the mid 9 minutes for the 2 miles. So we're excited to have him in, as well as Ben Schmidt from Hoggard High School, who has very comparable times to Jose. They're within a few seconds of their 5K time, their 2 mile time, as well as their mile. So I'm very excited to see, hopefully, both of those guys be great training partners for one another. We have Justin Weger from Evans, Georgia, who we're really excited about. Again, another guy that will be able to help us with some depth, as well as in the mid-distance area. I think we're going to be able to try a couple of different events for outdoor to kind of see what his best fit is. And then most exciting for us is Elijah Enwald coming in, being ranked #1 in North Carolina in the 800, running 151 this year by himself at his 2A state meet, winning by about roughly 5 seconds. So I think that's very exciting. He just ran 3:58 in the 1500 recently. And again, most excited about him, knowing that he's one of the top North Carolina guys coming in and coming to Queens next fall.
So you talked a lot about a lot of the recruits that we have coming in. I see that on the women's side, we've got a very geographically diverse group. On the men's side, we have probably the strongest group that we've ever had from North Carolina. On the distance side, last year we signed a bunch in the 200, 400 area. Can you talk about what it means as far as recruiting to be able to not only bring in some of the best kids in the state, but also be able to go outside of the state and bring in some kids that represent, such a geographically diverse region?
Sure, I think it's very exciting because it's not just people hearing about Queens from North Carolina. It's reaching all the other areas where we only had a few athletes that were from Ohio and other areas that were closer, whether it was Virginia or Maryland. We're able to go out to Nebraska. We're able to reach out to Maine and these other areas that we've never had any prospects from. So to be able to reach out to those states and then hopefully get the word back in those areas that, hey, Queens University has a lot to offer, running program is great, is really exciting for us, as again, it includes more diversity and character to our team.
I think probably one of the most exciting things for me too is to be able to tell that story to local kids from North Carolina. I don't know how many times kids come to campus and they're like, I had no idea this was here, and just to see the excitement on their faces and just how excited they are about what we have to offer, both as a program and as coaches as well. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me and talk about the Class A High, and we're really looking forward to cross-country season. Best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you.